Howdy Folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to Tekkit 2 and Merry Christmas to all of you out there in the world watching this video. Even if you're watching in June of 2025, or October of 2024, or maybe it's 2026 and Christmas is rolling around again, it doesn't matter. You're here in this moment with me, and that's what matters. And today, we are celebrating Christmas the only way we know how. You matter. We're waiting on it. This whole thing has been running for a long time. Did I leave it on for another 24 hours? Maybe. But what matters is that it didn't fill it up, even if I did. So what does it really matter at the end of the day? Are my lights flickering? Do these look like they're flickering? Am I flickering in and out of brightness for you? I know I can make them flicker if I mess with this power supply. But I thought I'd fixed it. I'm not... The saga of the broken LEDs is one of the most tragic things we've ever had to deal with here, okay? We're gonna get it worked out. The lighting setup is gonna be raring to go for 2024, hopefully, or it will be worse, depending on if the solders hold. I need to get my own soldering iron, maybe one with, like, the digital readout where you can adjust the temperature, because I didn't have that when I did this, and I'm not even sure what kind of solder I was using. It was just stuff I borrowed from my listen, things were a mess, okay? Things were a mess, and at the end of the day, we have lights, even if they don't work very well. We're gonna head now into Factory E, and we're gonna have a look at things that use UU matter. We know that this does, but what is around here still going? I think this is set up to go forever, but because it's so slow, this isn't really a big consumer of UU matter. It consumes UU matter, but it takes a really long time to process it, so even when it gets one... I mean, eventually I'd like to see it completely filled and functional, but, you know, we'll get there eventually. I think this right here was, for the longest time, a big consumer of UU matter, but it should have slowed down now, because we're no longer building iridium plates. Although, I guess we're probably still trying to build... Is this going to fill up? What is this configured to do? I actually have no idea. Ooh, that's messy. Don't like the way that looks, but it doesn't matter. We've just got to build more UU matter at the end of the day. And the way we're going to do that is by using more solar panels. Although this is configured to only do 8 because it takes so much to process and build them. I didn't want to kind of overload things, but we should probably increase that number a little bit. What do y'all think? Should we go ahead and crank this thing up to maybe like 32? Let's just say we try to keep 32 in there, half a stack at all times. And then, you know, once it actually manages to craft that many, we made it to 16. Don't know what we ran out of. Probably something further back down the line that we don't keep a high enough stock of. It's not those. You know what? The easiest way to check is to just go down here. We can have a look in each one of these chests. It could be this that I accidentally flipped over. It's not. It could be the medium voltage solar panel. Could be. Doesn't appear to be. We're at 17 now. Medium voltage solar panel. Is that you? Is that true, Dan? It looks like it's the medium voltage solar panels that are the issue here. So what are we out of there? Okay, I know what we're out of. So what are we out of here? What's the issue? Not that. It's definitely not that. Is it regular solar panels? It looks like it's regular solar panels. Well, what are you running out of? We have infinite those. Not quite infinite those. Infinite the two of these. You. What is your issue? Oh, there we go. It's interesting. What? Where are those being built? Back over here. Well, what are you running low on? Really? Cables. Okay, well, what are you... Where are those being made? Back over here? What are you running low on? You should have everything. You're not running low on anything. You're just being a silly goose is what you're being. Why is this chest not completely full? This is full. It should be emptying into here. It should be keeping that stocked. Why is it not? Okay, I've got an idea. You know what? I think we've already determined previously that we can hop... Just because the item translocators are broken going into, they're not broken coming out of the infinite storage... What are they called? Black hole units. Why do I struggle to remember the name of that? So here we go. We're going to do one of these numbers. And we're going to grab ourselves a little bit of glowstone. And what we're about... Actually, you know what? We're not going to use glowstone. We'll just do this. There we go. What I don't want to have happen is for the manufacturing over here to kick off, and then this be full and have them go out on the ground. I'd rather avoid that if possible. And then also, can we get some... You know what? Actually, seeing how quickly those were being drained out of there, we are going to go ahead and slap one of these onto here if we can. If I can just get that angle just right. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll grab some glass. And the final thing that we will do here, the last sort of step, is I am going to go ahead and get from over here, we're going to grab a... Oh, let's see. Just a regular MK1 would be fine if I have one in here right in front of me. But it doesn't appear that I do. Perhaps there's one inside of here. In fact, I would wager that there probably is. I just don't see it. I actually tried to clean this thing out a little bit because I noticed it was getting full of clutter. And that's the last thing I need to be carrying around with me is just a bunch of clutter. But there's still just so much in here to keep track of. Leave all this nonsense up here. Get rid of you, deposit all of these into here, and then we will head back upstairs real quick to, is that Napier? I don't know who that is. We'll deal with that in a minute. That's not priority. That is not priority. What is priority right now is I would like to get a particular type of pipe. If there's an item sink pipe, there's not an item sink pipe. In that case, I would like to get a particular type of pipe. And in terms of item sinks, those already exist. There's no reason for us to use the handheld just then. There was a portal that would have taken us directly down here. That was an absolute waste. What we need to do, though, this isn't probably going to be an issue. This is probably me just overthinking it. But just to avoid any kind of spills or problems, we're going to go ahead and plop that on there and configure this. Oh my gosh, that was so close to being what we wanted. We want it to be a copper... cable, item sink, lovely, and we'll just plop that on there. So in the event that this, you know, what's in here summons some out of there, but then is filled up by this, and it makes some anyway, they have somewhere to go, and they don't spill out on the ground. But that takes care of the copper cable shortage, presumably. We're not making them any faster, we just have a lot of them. So if we come over here now, this should be going at a very, very strong pace here. I'm not sure how to make that any faster than it currently is, and that's beautiful. We love to see that. And then if we come over here now, that means that these should be flowing more quickly. That means these should be getting made more quickly, presumably. Yep, boom, there we go. And once we get down here, we're getting ever closer to having, hopefully, 32 of them. This whole setup is weird and wacky, and I don't quite follow it. And I wish I had time to redo it. And in fact, we might in the near future. But first off... who in the heck are you and what do you want? Hello, Rees Crafts. The Senator Supreme has requested your presence within the Senate chambers. I thought I was going to be Senator Supreme. I didn't even realize there had been an election. The election wasn't held last night. Sorry you weren't told. The election wasn't apparently held last night. That's fine. I guess we'll go see what they want. I wonder who... actually got elected Senator Supreme. What if it's Iroth? That seems unlikely. Never mind. What if it's the AI? We put him inside of a locked zip file, but I didn't take it out of the Minecraft world. So that's possible. It could really be anything waiting in here. I didn't notice they'd finished this. It looks quite nice. I like the lighting. There's just guards out front. Oh! Wow, okay, everybody's here. Napier! Senator Supreme! Sorry, Napier, didn't mean to jump on you there. Senator Supreme, huh? A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Yeah, I'm sure. What's up, Napier? I was told that you needed something from me. What's going on around here? How can I help you? The Republic would like to purchase your land, home, and factory. We are willing to pay well above market value. For what purpose? Haven't you spent enough time trying to make up for your AI's indiscretions? Surely you must be ready to move on by now. Napier, you're asking me to end my series, effectively. Without the home and the factory and the land, what am I supposed to do? Just move everything somewhere else in the world? I mean, there's lots of other places to move it, to be fair. I mean, it is a big world. and we've effectively spent all of our time kind of right here. And not even, more so just like here. This is where the majority of our time has been spent. And there's so much more to do and see out there. Heck, we could like literally pack up everything, go over here, or we could move on to another mod pack, but that's an awful lot to consider, Napier. Do you need an answer right now? Of course, how about you let me know at our Christmas party next week. Sorry, Craftmas party next week. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll be thinking, well, like, everybody's just, like, talking to each other. They're all having some kind of, like, whispered conversations. Yeah, that'll work for me, Thank you, Napier. Thank you, Rees Crafts. Merry Christmas to you. Well, Craftmas. Merry Craftmas to you, too, Napier. Oof, what is this for? Hi. No, I don't like this. I feel like I'm being judged for something. Okay, well, what's that? Is that a portal to the Twilight Forests? That is not in this mod pack by default. Why is it being guarded? Oh, I don't know, folks. I don't know. Christmas, or Craftmas as it were, is a week away. So that gives me exactly a week to think about all this. And I'll be honest, that's a lot to think about. Are we ready to end this series? I don't know. I mean, we've done a lot. We've done a whole lot. I mean, look at this basement down here where we're generating UU matter. That's not nearly as impressive as if you go out to Factory East, you know, and you just have a look at this place. Look at this place running like a well-oiled machine. Generating, of all things, high-voltage solar panels. Without any thought or input from me. They just get made in the background. It's beautiful and wonderful. And then not only that, but look at this tower. It's massive. And I guess you could make the argument that I didn't build this. This was all built by an AI, but I built the AI. This is probably the most I have ever done in any Minecraft series that I have ever made. This is the furthest we've ever pushed into a mod pack. It's the most that's ever been built. It's the most ideas that have ever been followed up on. I mean, people love Tekkit Legends. I think a lot of that's nostalgia, but, I mean, it was a pretty good series. We just have to admit, it never went this far. Look at the size of this place. Compare this to the Tekkit Legends house. It was effectively the size of, like, that. And then, there's all these villagers and an unfinished orphanage. There's more we could do, but there's a lot we've done. I don't think I can do today's video. I had an idea. We were going to go over some comments and suggestions, but I might need to take some time off and think this offer through. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think we should sell the lands and move on to something else, or should we continue the series? Comment down below, please, and let me know. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye.